and you constantly hear it. You heard it with Mayweather and McGregor, and you hear it with so many fights. Does it damage their legacy? I would like you to give me an example of a time someone's legacy has been damaged.
And Ghana Fury.
From an individual fight. Yeah. No, but in Ghana Fury ain't really, has it? Like, what I'm saying is, I think that having fights over a prolonged period of time, like Roy Jones Jr., that can damage your legacy. But a one-off fight where realistically you're not going to take no damage. But then, do you know what this leads me on to?
Anthony Yarde gave a more aggressive reaction. He warned Joshua not to underestimate Jake Paul and said Joshua should punch him up and take the fight seriously. Yarde believes Jake Paul is very good at building hype and getting attention. Jake knows how to turn a fight into a global event, and that can sometimes distract opponents or make them relaxed. Yarde said if Joshua goes into the fight too comfortably, Jake Paul could catch him off guard.
Put you in a shell, does it not?
Absolutely. I mean, you literally go into survival mode because of the size difference. You know, you question your manhood a lot. Everything goes out the window because, like I say, the power of just a jab. And bearing in mind, when you spawn bigger guys, you must have been in the gym, Joe. You spar people below and above. So, you know, if you're the bigger guy, you bring the power down, you take your time. And AJ was essentially taking his time. And even just flicking out that hand, flicking out that jab, the force is crazy. So I really do feel for Jake Paul.
On power, that's what I mean. I've people have been ringing in TalkSport, these boxing experts.
Anthony Yarde gave a more aggressive reaction. He warned Joshua not to underestimate Jake Paul and said Joshua should punch him up and take the fight seriously. Yarde believed Jake Paul is very good at building hype and getting attention. Jake knows how to turn a fight into a global event, and that can sometimes distract opponents or make them relaxed. Yarde said if Joshua goes into the fight too comfortably, Jake Paul could catch him off guard.
If Joshua lands clean on Jake Paul's chin, he could end up in a very bad way. So I know it's all entertainment and they're going to break records and Netflix and all that kind of stuff, but we have to understand the dangers that are involved in boxing. And, you know, that's why I say people got to respect Jake Paul for doing this, because he's at risk.
He's at a big risk indeed. I saw something that David Haye was saying where people were kind of worrying for Jake Paul, and David Haye was like, well, he's only going to take a lot of damage if he goes and gets beaten up for 12 rounds. He just gets knocked out in one punch. That's probably one of the best things that could happen in terms of taking the least damage possible.
Yeah, David Haye is right, but also one punch can end your life as well. So you got the two sides. Yeah, he could get badly beaten up if it went 12 rounds, which can be worse